It is the year 2008, when Minecraft didn't exist, and Notch was in his room programming other games. Today, for the first time, you will learn about a video game abandoned by Notch, which was the forerunner of Minecraft, and also the origin of the textures of the famous game of cubes. Are you ready? But where did this video game come from, and why did Notch do it? The inspiration for this video game was a competition where you had to create a video game in less than 24 hours. The inspiration for this video game was a competition where you had to create a video game in less than 48 hours in 2 days. This makes Legend of Chambered a video game where you couldn't use absolutely anything from the internet. Notch had to create absolutely all the pixels of this game from scratch. Well, today I have downloaded so that you can see it live and direct, and you will also know all the secrets that these video games hide. Welcome back to Bobicraft, but in English! This video game is inspired by the dungeon video games, where you have to overcome difficult dungeons, kill mobs, and obtain items. And as you probably already noticed, this video game is made of pixels, a world of pixelated cubes, so we can say that was really the first Minecraft. Notch loved this video game, and in the next following text, we can read Notch words. I really want to finish this game, commenting that absolutely everything will be from scratch, and that the things he showed for the first time weren't completely finished. Unfortunately, due to the time issues, Notch left the game. Curiously, many people asked him why the game was so pixelated, and he replied, "I love its blocky appearance." As you can see, Notch always had an interest in creating video games that were made of cubes and that had pixels, and Legend of the Chamber demonstrated. But now we will see all the textures that Notch created first in that video game, that he later added to the Minecraft universe. For this, we have entered the game Chamber. Here is the main menu. We find a text that welcomes us. We have a few characters: Diana, Rin, Shira, Chiron. None of them look like Steve. Therefore, Steve is not inspired by any of these characters. If we go a little further from the main menu, here are the items and armor to be able to equip ourselves. And here the interesting part begins. We can appreciate the armor of Leader. I can place them on a character, as you can see on the screen, and so I can equip myself. Surely all this sounds very familiar to you. The Chamber Leader armor is exactly the same as the Minecraft Leader armor and its first textures. Today, the Leather armor is quite different, but if you saw those images of the old textures, it is exactly the same. In fact, it is literally a copy-paste. It is a reused texture from the old Notch game. Now, I want to look at the inventory. In the Chamber, we can have armor and we have two hands. We can also put on, for example, these little medals, shields. For example, I can put it on the secondary hand or on the main one. We have the quiver of arrows, which curiously we also had on the Minecraft game. They almost implemented, and this would serve to save arrows in our inventory. The Innerbond published this photo. In the end, they discarded, but you can see that in Chamber, it is exactly the same. Then we have the apple. The apple is the same, identical to those of Minecraft currently. In fact, the apples are still almost the same, only that over the time they improved the texture a bit. But with all these textures, you can see how the game really Chambered was the first Minecraft. We also clearly had weapons, and check this out, the weapon is identical to the Iron Sword, and in the same way it is exactly the same, only a little improved. By the way, if you are liking this video and you found it curious, it is very important to leave your like. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload daily videos. Believe me, you won't regret it. Something important to note is that we also have the same type of text. You can see that it's the same. We also have the hearts and their tides. These are the hearts and the tides of Minecraft Survival. You can see that they are also identical. What catches my attention is that the drumstick was left almost the same. It could have made any other food, apples, cookies, whatever, but don't trick the same as in the Chamber. Now, our adventure begins, but before continue, we must emphasize that this type of stone reminds me the same style as a stone brick and its derivatives. What do you think? It's not exactly the same, but they look alike. The ceiling and floor box, it reminds me of their blocks, but above all, their path. Roadblocks. The most curious thing is that this roadblock is relatively new. That is, it is not too old, and it is quite similar. We will walk, and here we can see a door and the first zombies in the game. These are the first zombies Notch made. Notch always had the idea of implementing zombies, but I think zombies have changed the most in all of history. Currently, the zombies have an outfit very similar to Steve's, aqua blue, and their faces are very simple, only with black eyes, and that's it. They don't have hair. The Chambered zombies have hair, red eyes, and also fangs, as if they were vampires. His outfit is brown, nothing like the zombies of today. But tell me down here here which zombie you like the most. And we can also observe curious things from the trees. The trees drop apples, something that also happens in Minecraft. If you hit a zombie with your sword, it creates an effect very similar to the one we have with the sweeping edge. You know, that kind of enchantment. When we hit an entity with a sweeping edge, a kind of cheer is created. We can only achieve this effect with the swords, very similar to the chamber. Something very curious is that in the chamber we had gold objects, such as gold amulets, gold rings, gold coins, which also inspire Minecraft to all gold coral items, including armor and tools gold, but also the gold watch, the pressure plates, or most importantly the normal golden apples and the enchanted apples of Notch. Gold has always been iconic of Notch games. Some interesting items from Legend of the Chamber are, for example, the gloves, the pistols, the skates, the cutters, flippers, the keys, but the one that catches my attention the most is the healing potion. The healing potion towards the same that in Minecraft, Cure, and it is curious to think that today we also have it in Minecraft, but in a pink color. Before it was green, which in Minecraft means potion. If you advance more and more in the game, you can find blocks that they seem exactly the same to me as cobblestone and stone brick. That's where the inspiration came from. This character here is called Ogre, and it doesn't remind me of anything from Minecraft. In the game, there were also bats, and the glove that the player has can throw balls, similar to the igneous charges. In the game, we could also find other scenarios, like this one here, where we had to battle against ice. That eye over there is very dangerous, or also the ghost that will later become the ghast. Notch always wanted to add ghosts and zombies. With everything you have already seen, you should know that there are many versions of this game. Notch programmed many updates and it is also evolved slowly, and there were even versions where we can break all the blocks, or even the textures were even more basic than before. And I think that one of the most important things to see is to see a bit of the gameplay, where you can see how we are punching the bats. They gave you the keys that allow you to continue. It is a game where you always got to find new settings, new enemies and new challenges. For example, here we are outside and you can see the clouds and the night. Also blocks like leaves and grass, which surely remind you of Minecraft today. You can even find areas of ice. What you see there is ice and you need to skate to cross. You could cross over water. It also slows you down. This scenario reminds me a lot of the end, also with the torches. This game had so many versions that Notch also made a 3D version, and yes, that reminds me of Mossy Cobblestone. It's amazing how Minecraft has evolved for so long, and this game will continue to change year after year after year after year after year. I hope you liked this video a lot. If you found it interesting, don't forget to leave your wonderful like and activate the bell so you don't miss out any video. See you later!